Now, the Black Panthers had a lot in common with the liberation movements in Africa during the 1960s, when many countries were freed from colonial rule. The Black Panthers tried to do the same for African Americans in the United States. VOA's Carolyn has part 2 of our highlights on the historical documentary, Black Panthers, the Vanguards of the Revolution.
Stanley Nelson's documentary tells the story of the Black Panther Party that grew out of the civil rights movement in America. By the late 1960s, the Black Panthers were protecting their community from police brutality with armed citizen patrols.
What they would do was follow the police. So the police would ride around in their cars, and the Black Panthers would ride around behind them. And if the police did a traffic stop, let's say, or stopped somebody on the street, the Panthers would jump out with their guns drawn, which was perfectly legal, stand 10 or 20 feet back from the police, but have their guns drawn, and as they said, try to make sure that no brutality occurred on the part of the police. This was obviously a revolutionary act.
The organization was increasingly perceived as a dangerous threat by police.
In other cities, the Panthers were under physical attack from police departments. But New York City was going to handle its Panther problem differently. They created a conspiracy case that allowed them to arrest the entire leadership of the New York City Black Panther Party.
A New York grand jury has indicted 21 alleged Black Panthers on charges of plotting several bombings in the city tomorrow.
On April 2nd, 1969, in pre-dawn raids, 21 Black Panthers were charged with all kinds of terrorist activity.
These are some of the men the police are accusing of being involved in the plot which could have wounded or killed scores of busy New Yorkers. 12 men were arrested today, 2 are already in jail, and 7 more are still at large.
And so the Panther 21 started.
One of the founders of the Black Panthers, Huey Newton, claimed self-defense for killing a policeman after a routine traffic stop. His arrest sparked outrage from sympathetic groups on the political left.
The image that was mobilized to create the Free Huey movement gave Huey almost mythic status in the party. He'd become an image and not a man, and that gave him power that ultimately proved dangerous.
He came out focusing on returning to the survival program, the breakfast program, the free health clinics, free food program, and the sickle cell anemia research program. I remember Huey P. Newton saying, the Black Panther Party was not going to last. He said the organization was going to get destroyed based on the way we were. We were very aggressive, and we kind of realized that this wasn't going to last long.
I don't agree with saying that the Black Panther Party supports breakfast for children, and that's all that we're about, Don't talk about this other thing. The Black Panther Party is for overthrowing the United States government.
The history of the party remains controversial. The internal conflicts between social programs and revolutionary programs led to infighting and divisiveness within the party. Carolyn Turner, VOA News, Washington.
Well, Friday on Africa 54, we'll have our final installment featuring the highlights of the historical documentary, Black Panthers, Vanguards of the Revolution. Now be sure to tune in.